Alright, hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video today. RiserrDawn here. So basically today, I'm going to be talking about the closed community side of Shindo life and how you guys can join, and just the whole rundown on closed community, how you can join, and the basic mechanics and the system of it. So, if you guys don't know already, I am the sovereign for the Haze sovereignty. And so I'm just gonna go through all the ranks that you guys like once you join that you should be introduced to, how we do things around in terms of like the organizations and the group itself, and then actually I'll tell you guys how to join CC first before I get into all of those, because obviously you got to get in before you learn about everything else. So alright, so here is some some footage of some of the things that you will probably encounter in the future if you do happen to get into CC. Of course, it's not 100% guaranteed chance that you'll actually get into one of these wars, because we picked the best out of the best. But it really does get really interesting if you do manage to get in. So basically guys, if you aren't in the Haze Sovereignty Discord yet, make sure you join that before before you do anything else, because this is actually how you get notifications for when tryouts happen. And tryouts are, it's basically your first step into actually getting into CC. So you have to try out for an organization basically in order to get into the closed community side and to play the story version of Shindo life. And of course, for the Haze Sovereignty, our tryouts are shouted in our announcements. And so as you guys can see here, he basically shouted out the Ryu organization tryouts. He posted the private server code, and then he'll list any notes that you guys will have to listen to. And of course, he tagged the villagers. So when you join the Haze Sovereignty, you'll basically be rolled villager. It's just like any other rank that everyone has who's not in CC, obviously. And yeah, it's definitely it's basically your first step into CC. So you want to make sure that you guys turn on your notifications, allow pings for Haze Sovereignty, always stay active in terms of for our announcements for the Discord, not just for Haze Sovereignty, but for all of the sovereignties, whichever ones you want to join. But of course, you want to make sure that you join the Discord first, and then you check announcements. That's very important. And so these guys, you also want to keep scrolling up, because sometimes they'll have like set rules and stuff, and the times are also mentioned as well, and they'll also give you a requirement. So certain organizations, I'm pretty sure it's not like a required thing for organizations to have requirements, but organizations aren't going to accept just like anyone. Obviously, they're going to look for skill in the players that they accept, and so they might say things like, oh, you have to be a certain prestige level, or you have to be a certain level inside that prestige, like how Ryu did it right here. And then of course they laid out the PTS is in effect when you join the server, STS, all of the things that are expected of you once you join, if you actually getting, because those servers aren't big enough for thousands of people. And then of course you've got the rules, and these rules are basically for the combat section of the tryouts for CC. Of course, these tryouts are going to be mainly combat orientated. I haven't seen any knowledge based questioning in our tryouts, but just be prepared for anything, honestly, because it's all up to the instructor at the end of the day. So yeah, once you get into CC through the tryout, if you guys if you guys pass, which the instructor will notify you like if you passed or not. So once you pass the tryouts, you'll be accepted into that specific organization, and then you'll be ranked in the main sovereignty group, and then you'll have access to story. Now, let me show you guys just what we've been, like the whole rundown for CC once you get into it. Alright guys, so this is the Haze Sovereignty, and as you guys can see, I am the Sovereign. We're almost at 9k members, pretty nice. Alright, so let's go through the ranks, because, alright, so Villager. The Villager is anyone who joins basically has a shot at, you know, getting promoted to Prospect, to Shindo, Sen Shindo, etc. So you have to join this group if you want to attend the tryouts, because once you pass the tryouts, this is how you're going to get ranked in order to play story. So you want to make sure you join your specific sovereignty group, whichever one you guys want to join, whichever group that you want to try out for. So in the Haze Sovereignty, we have 4 organization groups. So we have Bracken, Ryu, Omagatsuki, and Mirage. Now, these are the 4 groups in which you can try out for. If you get into any one of these through tryouts, you'll get into the main group, which is the Haze Sovereignty. Basically, these organizations make up the whole sovereignty. It's just split into 4 different, you know, subgroups, and we each do our own little thing. So it's like 4 different communities inside of a bigger community, where we can join our efforts under one big, you know, country. So just think of the organizations as like states, and then the sovereignty as like the country as a whole. That's for the US, of course. But yeah, alright, so you guys will start off as villagers, and then once you pass the tryouts, ranked in the sovereignty group, in the org, you'll be prospects, and then of course from prospects, you'll actually have to be, there's going to be an exam from prospect to this Shindo. It's not going to be that hard. It's basically, villager is basically the equivalent to villager. Actually, it's just going to be villager. It's just for anyone. Prospect is the equivalent to the old system's academy rank, and then prospect to this Shindo is academy to genin, and then this Shindo to Sen Shindo is genin to chunin. And of course, to get to genin to chunin, or this Shindo to Sen Shindo, you're actually gonna have to pass a really I wouldn't say it's too difficult, but it's definitely harder than any of the exams that you guys you know, had to do for these 2 ranks. So there's actually gonna be a big Sen Shindo event hosted once a week for now, and you know, only half of the people who actually join to do the exam actually get to pass. So it's very hard. There's going to be a knowledge portion and a combat portion, so definitely stay tuned for those. I'll give you guys a rundown. Basically, actually I won't give you the rundown because I don't want to spoil anything, but all I can tell you guys is there's going to be a knowledge portion with like 5 questions, and then a combat portion where you'll be fighting in squad fights. So you'll have 2 other teammates, 3 of you in total, fighting another group of 3. Whoever wins passes, but that's if you don't fail the knowledge portion first. And then the police corps and the medical corps are basically the sub units. So you can, once you go to Sen Shindo, you can either be split into the police corps or the medical corps. Right now, we're not really handling those things like as for now, because we're still setting up our other systems for other groups. But yeah, those will probably be renovated in the future. And then Ken Shindo are basically Jonin, and then Elite Corps is they're basically like Anbu, the Anbu ninjas. And then Ken Shindo Sensei is the equivalent to Jonin Sensei. And of course, these guys are kind of like the instructors. They're the teachers. Right now, I wouldn't say that they do too much, but they're basically HRs. They're considered HRs. Anything Ken Shindo Sensei above is considered HR. And then you've got ambassadors, which is basically you know, high ranks in the separate organizations. they represent their organization. You've got the council, and these guys are the leaders for their separate organization. So, for example, Kuro leads Omagatsuki, Zeal leads Mirage, Dumi leads Bracken, and then you've got the sovereigns. And of course, we are the leaders of the entire thing. We create the exams, we host things, we conduct activity, etc. And then of course the owner. Alright, so guys, some of the things that you can do when you get into CC. Basically you'll be spawned as a freshie. You'll have nothing like equipped, and the clan you can actually choose to be in like whatever clan you want. It just can't be like full or anything because there are limited spots. So you want to, you know, try to go for something that's in your liking, but you know, there's always going to be a limited amount of spots. So yeah, it's not always going to be picture perfect, like the dreams that you desired when you joined CC. It's definitely a reality check in terms of like the system and how, I guess, the difficulty level of it, because for some it might be extremely difficult, but for others it might be, you know, pretty easy. So you want to basically when you get into CC, you'll be spawned in as a freshie. You won't have any weapons, and your main goal from there is to grind out missions. For any prospects, your main goal is to talk to your like HRs, instructors, and get them to do like CPAD missions, tasks to gain small XP. And then once you like rank up higher and higher, you'll be able to get stronger and stronger because each rank actually has a level cap. So the stronger you get, the easier the missions will be. And then yeah, once you go from prospect to like Shindo, you'll actually be able to do missions, and these missions require other villages to, you know, step on the pad in order to do their mission, and you'll only be able to do those in mission servers. Right now we only have 5 mission servers, but yeah, that's how you mainly get XP, guys. Like, and that goes for mostly like every rank above Shindo. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to join CC, that's basically the entire rundown of it. I just wanted to cover the general consensus because, you know, this is from the Haze sovereignty perspective, so I can't give you guys any specifics. But yeah, I don't know how specifically other sovereignties run theirs, but in general, that's like the system that every sovereignty has to follow. You know, some of the specific things that they want to cover might have not been covered in this video. So what you want to do is, you know, join your sovereignty Discord group, the one that you want to join, get involved, and then, you know, attend any tryouts that they shout, and you'll basically flow from there. It's pretty easy process. It's not too complicated, and if you guys want to join, definitely, you know, once you get in, be active, show up to events, you know, involve yourself with the community. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative, useful, and yeah, let me know if you want to see more videos like this where I just you know, teach you guys, or record more videos on CC. And you know, let me know down in the comments below, as well as by liking this video, guys. Share it with your friends as well if they're curious, and subscribe for more content in terms of CC and RPG if you guys want to see more of, you know, that kind of stuff. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.